Well, hello, boys and girls. It's when we feel like 8 o'clock, and I'm Pearl of Wisdom, and you're listening to my NHL Pearls of Wisdom. I got some great podcast stuff coming up on the channel and all that, but the thing that seems to be the big question in the land, or the discussion in the land, seems to be my kind of controversial take on the Columbus Leafs series. I did a video with my buddy Brian from B-Pal Picks, which is me and Brian, B-Pal Picks. We are professional handicappers. He's on the other side of the ledger. For me, he's taking Toronto to win that Columbus series. And I am taking the Columbus Blue Jackets. Now, why should you listen to any of us? Why? Well, if you go over to our Patreon, you'll find that people make a heck of a lot of money. We have clients who, in a lot of cases, don't even care about sports. They just want to make money or an investment opportunity. And because we know about the game, we also do baseball and all of that. And we're accurate. We hit it about a 75% on our premiums. People make a lot of money. That may be why you want to listen. We might have to know a little bit about something about hockey if we are able to do that kind of numbers. Also, I've been doing this for a very long time. I have very highly, let's say, I do things with a lot of writers. David Staples, Jamie Baskow from the Philadelphia Flyers, Joseph Borek. We've all worked together for quite some time, and we love the game, and it's just fun. How about the fun? Anyways, I put it out there, and I was talking about why I think the Columbus Blue Jackets are going to win the Toronto series. So on that in the comment section, I had a few comments and I wanted to discuss them here. Okay. Doug Masta, who is one of the finest in the land. I love you, Doug. We've known each other for a while. We actually talked personally. He posted on there and said, by the way, don't be afraid to subscribe and hit the bell and like the channel. It's okay. It helps out the channel a lot if you do. I'd appreciate it if you did. Jackets nasty surprise against the Lightning alone from last year makes me not a betting man in this series. My buddy, Jackets are getting very good. I said the Jackets are very good odds here, and that Barry Trotz is a beast. And that's really what it comes down to here, honestly. I'll say a lot of things about Columbus's defense and so on and so forth like that. On paper, as far as flashy names are concerned, Toronto looks like they could win the series. Matthews, Tavares, Marner, Nylander. I'm not forgetting all those names. The thing is, Tortorella I think, could end up being the best coach ever, for one thing. He's my favorite coach in the league and probably of this generation, and I still underestimate him. I still bet against him I didn't think he was going to bring the Columbus Blue Jackets to the playoffs this year, or close to it, honestly. And I love him. And sure enough, he does. He consistently, if you've give him time with the team to put in a system with the team. Tortorella, it's not his system necessarily. He works with the team he's got. Whatever system he puts in place for that team is the best system for that team. And he also is amazing at getting people to do it. The guy is incredible. Going against a Toronto team that is the antithesis of what Tortorella is going to be doing with this team and the type of team they are. They have flashy players. They're an analytics-based team where they try to play a possession game. They're very soft, and they have a very poor defense. Now, Columbus was one of the best defensive teams in the league this year. Is that because they had the best defensive players? In the beginning of the year, you thought, oh, this is incredible defensive players. They're going to be... No. He worked with the grab bag type lineup to make that team great, and they became very good. Dubois is one of the better defensive centers in the league now, and he came out this year. I think he should have got some talk for the Selke, honestly. Ron Keats, who I believe is the Ron Keats that I used to work with, but I don't know. Ron Keats came up with this concept that I am underestimating Barry, he thinks. Okay. I don't know why you would say that. Barry in Colorado is a strong offensive player. He's been very weak defensively. It's honestly not so much that I am not a Barry fan. It's more to do with the fact that Barry on this team it's not the right team for Barry. This team is way too soft on defense. Who's he going to play with? He's going to play with Jake Muzzin, I suppose. Barry and Muzzin. Then Riley's going to play with Cece. Really? I mean, sure, I love Morgan Riley, but Cody Cece is a bag of, shit. Sorry, he's a horrible defenseman. Not even any Toronto guys out there would say otherwise. He's a terrible defenseman. Jake Muzzin's going to play with Barry, probably. To me, that makes Jake Muzzin less effective than he needs to be. He's going to have to play a very defensive game, and he's very good at it. He's a very good possession defenseman. He's not super tough, but for this lineup, he's about as tough as you're going to get. But he's put in a very poor position playing with a guy like Barry, which actually wouldn't be a bad pairing if you didn't have Cody Cece playing with Morgan Riley, and then Dermott, and that leaves Sandin playing with Dermott, both of them playing the wrong side. Or you can play Dermott with Barry. Do you want that? I don't want that. Sandin with Barry. You want a rookie playing with that kid? I love Sandin. I think Sandin's going to be fantastic for the Toronto Maple Leafs, but I think he's just a little young yet to be putting in the minutes that he's likely going to have to get on this team, because I think he's going to end up having to supplant one of these guys who, I don't know, he's a left defenseman. You're going to play him on the right side, a rookie in the playoffs, playing on his off defensive spot. I don't know. They're in a rough spot. Justin Hall, I'm not sold on Justin Hall. I like him, but I don't love him. He's going to be a 5-6 probably in the league. He might surprise us. So anyways, to answer your question, I'm underestimating Barry. In the right situation, I think Barry's a fantastic offensive defenseman. I would love him on my team if he's with the right defensive mix. I just don't find this to be the right defensive mix. And that's the only reason why I'm doing that. But thank you, Rob, for Ron Keats for pointing that out. Beep How, my friend Brian, commented on that. You can go into this comment section on my last video that we did. Brian and I had a very good debate. By the way, I'm a little concerned because Brian is an amazing handicapper. It's the reason why we kind of picked each other out to start our business together. And when he's bullish on a game like this, it worries me. I really was hoping that he would be on the side of Columbus here, but he's not. So I'm a little worried about it because of that. But he said that I'm underestimating the whole team, and possibly I am. Possibly I am. I just don't. I agree with Babcock that this team doesn't have enough grit to win. So let's see who else we got here. TDB Forever. Thank you very much, by the way. Here's some pearls for you. Wow. Some pearls in your general direction. Same as Ron Keats. Wow. Ron Keats pearls for you too. Pearls are things to make you feel better when Toronto loses if you're a Toronto. And I'm not anti-Toronto Maple Leafs at all. I want Toronto Maple Leafs fans to have a winner there. They deserve it. They're diehards. It bugs me that they don't get an opportunity to win when you got diehard fans like that. Seriously. I'll actually, in a way, be happy if Toronto wins. My pocketbook won't, and some of my clients who are following me, theirs won't either, and that kind of upsets me, but maybe a lot of them will have listened to Brian instead. This won't be a premium pick for us in our Patreon because Brian and I have to totally agree on a pick for it to become a premium pick, which we are 75 to 80% on. And it also has to be a dog for it to be a premium pick. But even a non-premium, we have to agree on it. So, anyways, how has Toronto dissected this ex Columbus Blue Jacket team when they had, 2 games and a full lineup? I agree. He is talking about what Brian was saying. They've had time to dissect this team with video. It's going to be sloppy at first, but defense wins championships. Not saying CBJ will go all the way, but there's hundreds of examples across the leagues of teams with crappy defense coming up short. And I agree with you, TPB. I'm sending you a My NHL Pearls of Wisdom necklace, even if you haven't subscribed to me right now because of that great comment. I agree with you. Pearlocopter to your door. I said, thank you. I'll give you a selly on my next vid, and this is my selly. I agree with you. Toronto's defense is bad. I believe is bad. Now, Toronto could still win this series, but they're not going to go that far. I just think they got a bad... If they were playing Florida, I'm taking Toronto here. If they're taking the Islanders, I may take Toronto here. May. But a Columbus Blue Jacket team ran by Tortorella, I'm not underestimating that guy and what he can do with the team. With Seth Jones back in the lineup and Atkinson for more scoring. This team was flying without Atkinson and a lot of their Bjornstrand. Like, a lot of their scorers have been out of the lineup and they're going to be back for this series. They don't need many goals to score. I just honestly don't see this team having the tools to expose the weakness. And that's it. I don't. And you're saying, well, you got Matthews, you got Marner, you got all of these guys, but they have to get into the zone, and they can't, and they're going to have a difficult time playing it back to the points unless you're going to play O'Reilly and Muzzin, who play both left defense, 40 minutes a night. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to bag the crap out of them. So anyways, I already mentioned that in my video, but I wanted to answer some of these. You watch. I'm putting my neck out here quite a bit. I'm talking about this a lot. So I obviously really believe in the Jackets here. Tell me what you think in the bottom. Let's get some more banter going. I'll talk about you in the video. I'll send you out a shout out and all that stuff like that. This has been just so much fun. I enjoy it immensely. Hit the subscribe and the bell. Show lots of love to everybody out there. Lots of love to you. And I'm so excited for this playoffs. Either way, it's going to be fun. Have a great day.